Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Charlotte and today I figured I would try something a little bit different. I have been inspired by Ocean Sims's playthrough with the Pancakes family and I thought, you know what? I want to have a go at making the pancakes my own. Maybe at some point I'll do like a rotational gameplay in Willow Creek with the original Sims that are sort of in the world, and give them all makeovers so they look a little bit more like me. Not me, but my style. Bob Pancakes looks nothing like me. That's a dead set. So in the process of this, I'm trying to keep the pancakes, or like the townies that I'm giving makeovers to, as I'm keeping them as close to how they look. I'm not really playing around with like facial features hugely. There was a couple of things that I wanted to tweak with Bob particularly, but for the most part it's skin overlays and custom content, and yeah, just making them feel a little bit more like how I would make Sims. I was surprised when I was looking through the pancakes, to be honest, because the pancakes are young adults, and to me, I've not really played with them too much. I don't really dabble with the townies a great deal. I've always been very much like I want to make my own family and play the way that I want to play. But I was really surprised that the pancakes are young adults, because, I don't know, just from the looks of them, they give me middle age. Like, they're kind of frumpy, low-key. Like, so I felt like the pancakes were the first on my list that were due to have a glow up. So I wanted to give Bob like a slightly cooler haircut. I will just say, I had like a mod conflict or something, which has meant that my pancakes have got like blotches on their face. I'm hoping when I go back in, because I'm recording this at a later date and I've since gone through my mods folder and like looked for conflicts and stuff like that. I'm hoping when I take some cute photos with them for the end of this video, that has cleared up. But yeah, currently we're having to deal with splotchy pancakes. Sorry about it. So yeah, I've given Bob like a nicer haircut, and one of the things that always bothers me with Bob is that the texture of his beard doesn't match his hair. So when I'm doing black Sims, I try to keep the textures similar. So if I've got a Sim that's got like coily hair, I like to look for facial hair that's got that texture as well. We've kind of gone for a streetwear sort of vibe for Bob. It definitely makes him look younger, and not like a baby, but like, I don't know, he looks more realistic, and I think that's the thing that I like about using with custom content, particularly in CAS. CAS is not my favourite thing to do in The Sims. Like, I'll go through phases where like I'll play around with it, and obviously I'll do a bit when I'm making Sims, but like, honestly, especially when I've got big families to deal with, I honestly find it so mind-numbingly boring. Quite often I will get like the faces looking how I like them, and then I'll come back and sort out the outfits at a later date, because I don't know, I feel like it takes too long. And with some of the stuff that I've got, you know, there's a lot for me to sift through, and it definitely is more enjoyable using CC, because I can add a bit more personality to my Sims. But like, yeah, it's not a process that I particularly like. I think for me, it's like gameplay and being a, you know, overseeing god to my Sims, and building. I really enjoy building. I find quite therapeutic, but I don't know, there's something about CAS that I've really got to be in the mood to do it, to like do it well. I only ever do like one outfit initially with my Sims. I like to go through and give them outfits as I've been playing with them a little bit more. Like, it'll be the sort of thing that I do if there's an event that they're going to. Like, I'll hop into CAS initially to, you know, make sure they're dressed the way that I want them to, but like I couldn't sit there and do like 5 or 6 outfits for like, or however many it is for each sim. Like I just, yeah, I find it kind of boring. We're sort of coming to the end of Bob's transformation now. He was quite fun to dress. I think because I've given him such a makeover and just, yeah, really made him a bit cooler than he was initially. I did have quite a bit of fun with that, so yeah. I think it would be good for me to do these little Townie makeovers, so if it is the sort of thing that you'd like to see more of, I'd kind of like to do the goths next. I would really, really love to give Bella Goth a makeover. I think that would be quite fun, but because there's 4 of them, there's so many to go through. I've got a few more things that I'm going to add to Bob at this point. So, like nose rings, I think is what I went for. Some hats for some of the outfits. I put a do-rag on him for like nighttime wear. That's something that I do try to do with a lot of my sims with afro textured hair or coily hair. Just because it gives us that little bit of extra realism that I really like. But yeah, I felt he could do with like a nose ring or something like that. I felt like it would just be right. I'm really happy with how Bob came out. Like, he's kind of cute. Definitely cuter than the Bob that we get in the game. So we're moving over to Eliza now. Now, Eliza Pancakes gives me such like nerdy basic bitch vibes. I'm sorry, Eliza. But I feel like she could do with a glow up. I would like to see her more as a girl next door, so that's the way that we're taking this. Like, she can still be cool, she can still be cute. I really wanted to try and keep Eliza's look as similar to how she is in the game, if that makes sense. Like, the Bob is iconic. The pancake Bob is iconic. I needed to keep that, so I ended up going back to one of the ones that I tried on her a lot earlier on. I think it's cute. It's very similar to like her original one, but it's a little bit cuter. I don't tend to use glasses on a lot of my sims. I felt like these ones that we got with businesses and hobbies were much nicer, and the reason I don't put glasses on a lot of my sims is up until recently I had just been using Kajiko eyelashes, and you put those on as glasses, not as eyelashes. So it means that you can't put them on with sims that wear glasses. However, now I've got some Northern Siberian Winds glasses or lashes that are glasses compatible. It's been an absolute game changer. So yeah, I will be putting glasses on a lot more of my sims now that that is an option. I also really want to have a little look for some custom content glasses as well. Now, a little bit of personal information about me that I am willing to divulge is I work in optics, and I work in an optician's that sells some like really cool, really nice glasses. I want to see more of that in my Sims game. So if anybody has any recommendations for where I can find some, maybe like Cutler and Gross glasses, if anyone knows any like Chanel glasses or Prada, like that kind of thing. If anybody is making spectacle custom content, I am so here for it. Particularly Cutler and Gross or Celine. Celine makes some really, really lovely glasses. Those are the kind of specs that I want to see in my game. Now, I'm trying to keep Eliza like as close to her original self as I possibly can. So I'm working with very similar colour schemes. You'll notice the sandals that I put her in are like a Doc Martin, but they're lilac like her original flip-flops, but they're cuter. I want to keep the vibe there, but I want Eliza to be a little cuter than she was originally. Sorry, Eliza, no disrespect to you, but yeah, your outfits weren't it and they made you look like a middle-aged woman. I want you to have better. I really struggle with formal outfits, like a lot, and maybe it's because I don't know how to dress for formal occasions, but I feel like a lot of them, it's either like frumpy or it's like ball gown, and I'm like, nobody wants you to come to their wedding in a full-length ball gown. So again, I tried to keep things as close to canon as possible. I was looking for something purple specifically, and to begin with, I was feeling a bit defeated and I was like, I'm just going to use this dress. And I got to a point, I think once I'd sort of like got the outfit pretty much finished, I was like, that's not right. I'm still not happy with it. So I tried on a couple of other, you know, options. I didn't want anything that was going to be too short either. I don't see Eliza as that kind of gal. But then I found a little pantsuit from my wedding stories or whatever that pack's called, and was like, this is the one, this is perfect. Those lashes that I'm using with her glasses, not hat compatible, as you just saw. So again, I'm just trying to find her something cute to wear sort of for like working out. And I love this little set that I've got. I can't remember who the creator is off the top of my head. I am so sorry. But this little workout set is really, really cute. A little co-ord moment. Again, I'm trying to keep with the green and the orange. Not orange. Green and purple. Why do I always get orange and purple mixed up? They are so different. Yeah, I basically just want to kind of keep that vibe there. It is low-key giving Daphne Blake a little bit. It's like if Daphne Blake and Velma had a baby, is what I feel Eliza Pancakes is for me. PJs, I wanted something cute and cozy. I didn't want anything that was going to be too, like, slutty. I want cozy girl next door, but still cute. And I think the ones that I landed on were these little, it was these little bear pajamas. I just thought they were so cute. I can imagine her and Bob cuddling up on the sofa, watching TV in those. Adorable. Party outfits, again, really stressful because, like, it depends on the party, and I guess that's why you have options to have multiple outfits. But as I've already said, I am lazy. I don't want to do it. I basically play dress up when I'm doing gameplay a lot of the time. CAS really does feel like a bit of a chore for me a lot of the time. Yeah, I've really got to be in the mood for it. And I think that's why it's a bit of a double-ended sword when it comes to using custom content, because it does give you a lot more options, but I still find myself falling into the safety net of like the same old outfits, and I'm worried kind of that like all of my Sims are gonna end up looking the same. I'm pretty good when it comes to like changing up hairstyles and stuff, but there definitely are outfits that I'm like, this is cute, I want my Sim to wear this, and as a result a lot of my Sims end up dressed fairly similar, which is why I'm trying to make some Sims that have like more unique styles. Like I've got some cybergoth stuff that I'm so excited to use. I haven't got around to using it yet, but that is definitely something I would like to play around with and have. Maybe not even like somebody in my save file, but a townie like that could be really cool. Imagine like a gang of little ravers. It'd be so cute. We're finishing up on Eliza now. We're getting towards the end. Her winter stuff. Winter outfits, cold day outfits are just tricky for me personally. I don't think there are enough jackets. To me, when you say cold weather, I'm expecting to see my Sims in coats, and even with like the CC that I've got, I don't have enough, it feels like. So I've ended up just going for like a cute cozy little cardigan type outfit for her. I don't know what I'm doing with Bob. Again, I thought I was all finished there, but apparently not. Yeah, I'm gonna take some photos of my guys, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Enjoy my pictures. See you soon. Bye.